Hello children, today we will talk about how the federalism is practiced. So my dear children, in my previous videos lectures, I have explained to you about the provisions which are made from the constitutions that how we should practice the federalism structures in the society. So according to the provisions of the constitutions in our society or in our nations, we are adopting the federalism structures in the society. So according to these federalism structures, we are sharing the powers and there is a equal distributions of power between the central government as well as the various constituent units of the nations. So dear children, here as we have understood that the constitutional provisions is not at all necessary to have the success of federalism. In spite of that, we need to have the spirit of federalism. We need to have the respect for diversity, the desire for living together. All these things will become the ideals in our countries when we have the spirit of federalism. So already we have discussed about the country like Belgium and Sri Lanka, and we have noticed that in Belgium and Sri Lanka, the peoples of majority community, they were not giving respect to social diversity. Due to that, many problems which happens in Belgium as well as in Sri Lanka. So the country like Belgium, they noticed the social diversity and they distributed the powers among the various constituent units of the nations, and they came to the conclusions that there is one solution to this social diversity is to distribute the powers between the various constituent units of the nations. And when they adopted the process of accommodations in Belgium, there was no social problems which happened in Belgium. So dear children, here after the independence in India, we have seen that there was a major test which was happening towards the system of democracy. So here we see that after 1947, many of the old states of India which was changed and which given the process to create a new states. And how we did that? It was done through the process of linguistic state here. And how the linguistic states were made here? Here, the creations of the linguistic states, it is the real test for the democracy. Because already I have told you that after 1947, many of the states which was there before 1947 was changed, and after that there was a creations of a new state here. So how the new states was created after 1947? As we see that the leaders, they use the concepts of languages. So based on the concept of languages, the creations of new states were made in India. And some of the states like Jharkhand, Uttarakhand as well as Nagaland, these states were not made on the basis of the languages but on the basis of cultures, ethnicity as well as geography. These particular states like Jharkhand, Nagaland as well as Uttarakhand, it was made on the basis of the differences of cultures, on the basis of geography, on the basis of the ethnicity. These three states were made after 1947. So after that, dear children, another policy which we see, and that is known as the language policy. And in the language policy itself, we see that our constitutions which do not give any preference to one particular languages, as we know that in Indian society, Hindi, it is the mother tongue of the 40% of peoples. Nearly 40% of peoples, they speak Hindi as their mother tongue. So in 1965, as we know that the use of English languages as the official languages was to stop, and when it was given the proposals to stop English as the official languages, then the non-Hindi speaking regions, they came forward and they objected that we should not stop the use of English as the official languages, because in non-Hindi speaking regions, those peoples, they are comfortable with English languages because they do not have the confidentiality, as well as they do not have comfortables with the Hindi languages. That is why when there was the objections to stop the English languages as the official languages to continue further, during that time the objections was made from southern part. And besides that, my dear children, there are 21 languages in India which had been considered the scheduled languages of India. There are 21 languages which has been recognized by the constitutions of India, and the constitutions of India which is giving recognitions to 21 languages in India. So when there was a proposals to stop the English as the official language, during that time the problems which was seen mostly in Tamil Nadu, because especially in southern regions, the peoples, they are not at all comfortable with the Hindi languages, and when the proposals was given to stop the Hindi languages in the English languages in 1965, there was lot of tensions which happened in Tamil Nadu, and if the proposals was continued further, then the Tamil Nadu would have become a very separate state, because the southern regions, those peoples, they are not at all comfortable with Hindi languages. So the central governments, in order to bring out the solutions towards the language problems, they came forward and they decided that the English languages as well as the Hindi languages should be continued further, and for the official purposes both languages will be used for the communications officially in the society. So my dear children, apart from that, we see in this language policy there are some states in India where they used to use their mother languages for the communications. For the purpose of official communications, they used their own official languages. In each states, they use their mother tongues for the communications purposes, and at the same times they use the English languages as the official languages. So dear children, here when the preference was about to give to Hindi languages, during that time the tensions was seen in Tamil Nadu areas. So due to that, we see by based on these linguistic states as well as the language policy, we are practicing the federalism structures in our society. So children, right now we will continue with the center-state relations. Just recently I was telling you about the language policy, about the distributions of power, about the linguistic states, and we have been learning here that how the federalism is practiced in Indian society. So dear children, how basically the federalism is practiced? By respecting the different social groups, by respecting the different language group, by respecting each and everyone in the society, we are giving more priorities to federalism. So dear children, here right now we will continue with the center-state relations. So here the restructuring in the center-state relations is one more way in which the federalism is practiced or strengthened. So here it depends that how the political parties, how the different leaders, they follow the power sharing arrangements which are provided by the constitutions, and how the political parties, they are following the structures that had been given by the constitutions to distribute the power, to give equal importance to each and every political parties. And as we have noticed that there was times in India that the particular political parties, they were ruling in state as well as in center for a long period of times. But there was a certain times that when the central government was different and when the state government was different, it was both ruled by different political parties, and during such situations the central government, they used to misuse the constitutions and they used to undermine the power of the state government. But after 1990, the concepts of or the system was changed dramatically, because we have seen that after 1990 no single political parties got majority seats in the Lok Sabha elections, and for that they had to make the alliance with the local parties in order to form the government here. So what they did was, when after 1990 no political parties got the majority seats, during that time we see that there is an alliance, there is the coalitions government that has been seen after 1990. That means we see the federal structures, we see the practice of federalisms which are continuously happening in the Indian society. So my dear children, when the alliance was happening in political parties, when the coalitions government was formed both in state level as well as in central government, during that time we see it is leading to new cultures of power sharing that has been giving more respect to the autonomy of the state government. At the same time, it is giving a platform for the distributions of power in which all peoples are working together. There is a better power sharing arrangements that are seen in the nations, seen in the society, in which it is giving a glimpse as well as it is giving us a knowledge that we are properly practicing the federalism structures in the society. How we are practicing? By giving a power distributions in the society. We are giving respect to each and every social group. We are distributing the power. We are sharing power. We are following the constitutions of India. The constitutions of India has been giving the arrangement of power sharing. So my dear children, as we understood that due to all this area or in all this area, we are practicing the federalisms. I have told you about the linguistics matter. In linguistic matter, when the state was reorganized, during that time the state was divided on the basis of languages. It means that we are giving respect to each and every languages. Then it was divided on the basis of cultures, geography as well as regions and ethnicity. There also we given respect to social diversity, social differences in the society, and at the same time in the language policy also. In the language policy, no single languages was given more importance. No single languages was given more preferences in the society, because constitutionally 21 languages has been recognized by the constitutions. So it is been proved that we are practicing the federal structures here, as we have made the comparisons between the country like Belgium and Sri Lanka. We have noticed that in Belgium and Sri Lanka, they were failed to adopt the federal structures, especially after the problems that happened in Belgium, they adopted the concept of federalism. But as we have seen in Indian society that we are really practicing the federal structures by having a proper arrangement of power sharing. Already I have told you about the linguistic states, about the language policy. In language policy, every language was given equal importance. Every culture was given equal importance. And coming to the point of center-state relations, that means in center-state relations also we see the proper power distributions. If there was a time that people who were ruling in central government were undermining the power of state government, but after 1990 no single party got majority seats in Lok Sabha elections. For that they had to make an alliance with the state political parties, and when they are making an alliance with the state political parties, during that time we see the distributions of power, we see the constitutional arrangement of power distributions. So my dear children, and here we see that by distributing the powers, by having an alliance with the state government, we are adopting the structures of federalism. So it is a new cultures of sharing, it is a new cultures of power distributions. Thus it proved that because of having the linguistic concepts, the language policy, as well as the proper state relations, we are practicing the federalism concepts in the society. So in my previous videos lectures, my dear children, I have told you about the distributions of power between the central government with the state government. Already we have discussed that there is a particular areas where the central government had to make the law, that is called the union list, and in union list only the central government has legal authority to make law which are coming under the category of union list. So in state list we see the state government, they have the legal powers to make law which are coming under the category of state list. Then the concurrent list, in concurrent list also we see the both government has power to make law on the concepts which are coming under the category of concurrent list. So this is how the power distributions are happening in society. So my dear children, so by giving the particular areas to state government, by giving the legal authorities to state government by the central government, as well as after the 1990 we see the decentralizations of powers which are happening in Indian society. So by giving powers to the local government, we see the proper arrangements of power. So my dear children, when we notice all these proper arrangements of powers, we can understand that this is how the federalisms are practiced in Indian society. In my previous classes, I have told you that we are not using directly the word federalisms, but we are practicing federalisms structures in Indian society. And how we are doing? By distributing the power, by sharing the power, by giving equal importance to each and every levels of government. And this is how the power distributions are happening in Indian society. So by keeping in mind the concepts of linguistic states, the concepts of language policy, as well as at last or finally the center-state relations, it gives us the guarantee that we are really practicing federalisms in our nations. Thank you so much for listening to me.